Where does health care stand? Don't ask the White House. From convinced we've got the votes, to we're not there yet, to the time is now. The White House this week has struggled to land on a consistent message on its health care bill, as House leadership tries to scrape together 216 votes. The 100th day of Donald Trump's presidency has come and gone, and former President Barack Obama's top domestic achievement, the Affordable Care Act, remains the law of the land, and Republicans' push to repeal the law remains mired in stalemate, with mixed messages from the White House adding to the dilemma on the Hill. How's health care coming, folks? Trump said at a White House event on Tuesday. How's it going? All right, we're moving along. All right, I think it's time now, right? Right. They know it's time. About 24 House Republicans are not so sure it's time, complicating the White House's second major push. The party's years-old promise to repeal Obamacare and the bill's nosediving chances of passage on Tuesday stood in contrast onto the White House's messaging just 24 hours earlier. This is going to be a great week, National Economic Council Director Gary Cohn told CBS This Morning. On Monday, we're going to get health care down to the floor of the House. We're convinced we've got the votes. I think it will happen this week, a less confident-sounding Chief of Staff Reince Priebus told the same program about an hour later. By Monday afternoon, the talking points were already changing. I think the president has made it clear. He's not instituting a timeline, Press Secretary Sean Spicer told reporters a few hours later. We're getting closer and closer every day, but we're not there yet. The volley of conflicting predictions came after Trump threw a wrench into the process himself by telling Bloomberg, the new bill will protect those with pre-existing conditions, which it doesn't fully, according to outside experts. That fact, which runs against promises made by Trump and Speaker Paul Ryan, has more than 24 House Republicans wary of supporting the bill. I think health care reform, repealing and replacing Obamacare is just around the corner, Vice President Mike Pence told Chuck Todd over the weekend. And as for when piece of legislation might actually be signed, I hope before the end of the year, Pence said. Gone is the gusto of the campaign trail, when repealing and replacing the Affordable Care Act seemed but a pen stroke away, with Republicans promising voters all they needed was complete control of the government. The first push to repeal the law, in March, collapsed in dramatic fashion when Ryan traveled to the White House hours. A vote was set to take place to inform Trump the bill would fail. The two agreed to pull the bill, dodging an embarrassing defeat on the House floor. But after initially saying he was ready to move on to other priorities, Trump quickly shifted back to health care, pushing for House passage before moving to tax reform. After positive developments over the past week, especially the hardline Freedom Caucus endorsement of the bill, the situation began to deteriorate on Monday, a point underscored by the conflicting signals coming from the White House. By Tuesday, the chances of a vote happening this week appeared to be quickly dwindling. The House is out of session next week,